Hi guys, welcome to the video on algebraic fractions. In this chapter we're going to learn how to simplify fractions, how to solve equations that contain fractions, and how to divide algebraic terms, okay? So let's start. If we're given an equation that says x is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, we have to find the value of an equation that reads 1 over x plus 1 over y. In instances like these, wherever we see an x, we put in the number 2, and wherever we see a y, we put in the number 3. So our equation reads 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Now we all know that we can't add these two numbers until we have a common denominator. In particular, we're looking for their lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator in this instance is 6. So we want to convert everything to sixths. Okay, so if we start with a half, we want to convert that to a sixth. So 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 3 multiplied by 1 gives me 3. If we do the same for a third, 3 goes into my 6 twice, and 2 multiplied by the 1 on top of the 3 gives me 2. So my sum now reads 3 over 6 plus 2 over 6, which gives me an answer of 5 over 6. We only ever add the top numbers, we don't add the bottom numbers. You should now be able to attempt exercise 23.1 on the file Algebraic Fractions on Schoology. The next sums that we're doing all revolve around this word simplify. So in the last one, we were looking to solve our equation to get a number for our answer. This time, we're looking to simplify each of the following equations. So if we have a look, we have x over 3 plus x over 4. We start the exact same way. We can't do anything to them until we have the number on the bottom the same, or we figure out the lowest common denominator of 3 and 4. So we're looking for the smallest number that can be divided by both 3 and 4 evenly. And that number is 12. So we want to convert x over 3 to 12ths. So 3 into 12 goes 4 times, and 4 multiplied by x is 4x. If we do the same for x over 4, we see that x over 4, well, 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 3 multiplied by x is 3x. So my final part of the sum is going to read 4x over 12 plus 3x over 12, which will give me 7x over 12. Now pause the video and I would like you to attempt questions from 23.2. In the next set of equations, we're looking to solve for the value of x. So if we have a look at x plus 2 all over 2 is equal to 5. In this instance, I want to get rid of my fraction down here. Okay, it's making my situation awkward. So what I do is I multiply everything by 2. So I'm left with 2 multiplied by x plus 2 all over 2 is equal to 2 multiplied by 5. And if we have a look over here, I'm multiplying and then dividing by 2, and those two processes cancel each other out. So I'm left with the sentence that reads x plus 2 is equal to 10. Finally, I want to solve for x, so I need to remove the plus 2 value. And in that instance, we need to take it away from both sides. So I'm left with a sentence that reads x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 10 minus 2. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other. My plus and minus 2's ends up cancelling each other out. So I'm left with x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, I have 10 take away 2, which is equal to 8. I would now like you to attempt exercise 23.3. Finally, folks, we're going to look at simplifying some algebraic fractions. And to do this, we're going to use the division process. So if we have a look, we have 10x squared all over 5. Now, there's an easier way that we can write this because we all know that 10 can be divided by 5. So we're left with an answer of 2x squared. If we have a look at another example where we have 15y cubed all divided by 5y. This time both my numbers and my letters can be divided. So 5 divides into 15 3 times, y divides into y cubed, and I'm left with y squared. If we remember our laws of indices, it ends up being 3 minus 1, which is equal to 3y squared. You should now be able to complete exercise 23.4 up as far as question 10.